July 18th, 2021, around 1:30 in the afternoon. It's a Sunday. I just texted Jose and he said that this is common because of the high humidity, and the primer will remove, and the sanding will remove the spores. However, there is a high presence of mold on new construction, so just wanted to record it in case we have issues in the future. So I'm just going to do a video, and it's going to be relatively long because I'm kind of just scrolling through all the areas, and I'm starting in the back door to the mudroom, and we're going to walk around to all the spots that have mold growing, because if anything happens in the future, of course, we want the correct actions to be taken, as it is our lungs, our lives, our quality of life that we're putting in the hands of someone. So anywhere you see these brown spots are the mold spores that are currently present as we stand here and kind of look around. This is the first time that we've been in the house since they put up the sheetrock and mudded. It has been raining, so that's potentially why Jose said that there is the presence of this. However, once again, our lungs, our quality of life, and at that point, I think that a verified record of this should be held. I will upload it onto YouTube and keep it on my channel. It will not be made public. I want to see the results of this first. So there you go, kind of walked around this whole room. This is just a mud room, like I said, and you can see that there's a tremendous amount of spores, right? And every little nook and cranny where the mud has been fresh, it is present. So this is the downstairs guest room, right inside the door. And then around the wall outlets, up the mud path, and then you can see the various line of spores that are present. And again, it does follow the mudding, so all the little blackness that you see there outside of the red boot prints, those are spores. Concerned, yes, highly. Going up the wall because there's mudding up here, and down to the side. Around black spots, again, anything that you see that looks like little bugs and spiders, they're not. Okay, going in here, and I can look in here, and then putting some flash on. There's right around there. There's some right there. Right there. Go see what, Mom?
Well, that right there, around the AC vent and the duct, which spreads it through the whole house.
Gotcha.
It's there, right, in the vent system.
So again, that's what she's talking about.
Shower concerning about the color of this one already.
Go down here. There's spores. And into the guest bathroom. So this is all nice as far as the rock goes. Through. And this is a wet area, right? So this is where you want most of your ceiling to not be concerning with moisture. And here's a different color mold. This is green. The other stuff, as you can see, is like a yellowish tone. And then there's a white fuzz right on top of there. You can see it looks a little hazy. And you can see it protruding out from the side. All right, walking into the hallway. So there's the mudroom, and coming down the wall that you walk into the mudroom, you see it all there. Other side of the wall, same difference. Mold, little splotches, mold all throughout. There's a good bit of it there at the bottom. Wonder why it sticks to the bottom more than to this top. There it is, walking down the hall right past the hall bathroom. And then walking down the other side of the hall bathroom hallway. And then going into the hall bathroom downstairs. Mold all around the outlets, corner, up, around where the door's at. A lot on the ceiling. They're faint, but all those little splotches. Corner. There. And going down. The rest of this wall looks good. So start up this corner, mold. All the spots, mold. That corner, and then going back. Corner and ceiling, back wall. Mold all throughout the top part of this area, and then down this wall. And then straight in from the hall bathroom. So there's the door edges. I'm walking in straight to the back wall. You can see all the little splotches of mold. Downstairs office. Again, around the outlets. And then starting in the corner. Just following the top wall. You see a lot of mold. Corner, down the wall, up the wall, around. You can see various splotches, down, a lot of mold there. Mold. Continuing corner, I am on the far wall opposite of the door, down the wall, just the corner, up and around. Going into the closets of the office, starting on the left one, going up the wall right to the edge of where the casing will go. Large amounts of mold in the smaller area. Back up around the closet, down, down, down. All right, and then the closet to the right. Down. Here's the casing of the wall, so right inside to the left, up the left front corner, around to the back left corner, then down the wall. You can see there's some large spores spreading there. Then around the corner to the back right wall. Large patch of it there, all the way down, up, and then front right corner of the right closet. Again, similar splotchiness of mold. So it's gonna be a long video because this is only 3 rooms out of this whole house. So here will be a little bit faster because it's a more open space. Okay, I don't know what that was. So not too bad. There are some spots on this wall, which is that line of mold, and it stops about right there. Come back to the back corner. There's a little spot. Oh no, that's a bug, sorry. But that's not a bug. And that's not a bug. Back far wall, mold. Down around the window, not too much popping right now today, but there is little splotches there. And then above it, moving forward, down, back wall, see mold spores there, the little brown spots, back to the colony up on top, and continuing to move forward, mold, mold, mold. If you haven't gotten by this video yet, I'm trying to capture the mold. Moldy, 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 moldy. This is the window facing the front on one of the front areas for the shop. It's mold all around the window, back up to the top. Couple spiders there. Mold around. Coming to the middle ceiling, and there's mold down the taped area. Coming over to the front area where you come in, there's mold there. And then down, mold. All right, backing up a little bit and turn around the wall. Going up this wall, mold. So those splotches are, it's mold growing, or some things that need to be fixed, and mold. Going into the little front area, starting from the opposite side of the door, down the wall. There's no more down this wall, but there is it towards the top, there. Walking around this room, mold there. In that corner it's starting, in this corner starting, back up top. There's not much at the bottom, sorry, there is a little bit there. And a spider. There's mold around the windows, there's little brown spots. And then coming down the window frame. Pretty bad around this window. Up the next window. Back up to the ceiling. It's not much around this window. A little bit starting there, 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 and around the inside of the window. There, you see a couple spots starting. And there. Right next to the outlet. Light switch. Mold all around the door. And we are outside of this area, so continuing in the main shop area for our customers around the light switch and up the wall, mold around that switch, mold there, a little bit there, up on the ceiling, splotches of where it's starting, it's light and faint. And then it starts getting heavier as you move towards the work area. down the wall as you're stepping into the work area. Mold growing there. Mold around the light plate. And mold in the bottom corner. Mold all around the corner there. Come down the wall. You can see where it's starting to spore up on all those little weird little funky spots that you see on the video. And then finalizing the front room area where the customers would be is around the top. You have mold. And then a little bit of growth down at the bottom. And walking down a little mud line. There's mold spores starting. And then right above the office area in the hall, going towards the office, there's mold in the ceiling. All right, so going into the work area, I'm gonna kind of walk through this. I think that the idea has been established, but I just want to record everywhere that I'm currently seeing this quickly. Around the front window, doesn't look like there's much of anything here going, which is great. Oh, might have spoken a little too soon. All right, back towards the work area, going down the wall. Mold growing there. All right, this wall doesn't seem that there's much on it until you come down the corner. You see it, but actually if you back off a little bit and then come down where it heads into the front of the shop, there's some mold growing down the bottom. Back up to the top. Here's around the window, trying to keep the light. All these little brown spots potentially could be, no. But we do have it here. And up the other left-hand side of the window in the work area. You smell it in here. Smells like before they put the sheetrock up. When we first bought the house. Dank, stank, dingy. There's more. This is the second window in the workshop area. As you can see, top part of it is really bad. And then going down the sides of it, you see all the spores. And then up the left-hand side, the inside of the left-hand side of the casing of the window. And right-hand side. All right, moving forward. Next window, you can see the spores up. It's gonna be the same situation up across the top, heavy on mold. The sides have a little bit, spots that are starting, like here. And then towards the bottom, pretty much like everywhere else, it's heavy. Left-hand side of the window, third window in the workshop area. I will not cover the ceiling. And the reason being is because it's a lot of space up here. I might gravitate just towards mold spots, but I will not go over the whole area. So moving towards the ceiling area. There we go.
In front of window 2.
In front of window 2. So that's that one.
Bad there too.
And also in front of window 2, there's some spores there. Back to the entrance of the shop where the vehicles would park. Continuing, just a little bit of mold in the crack there. Then again, here, moving towards where the coolers would be installed. Doesn't look as bad. Some mold there around the casing where the coolers would be at. Not too bad, nothing really there. Maybe a couple points. Those are bugs. Do not know if that black spot is mold, cannot reach. Going the right hand side, the cooler area. And then left hand side of the second cooler is going to be installed and back up to the top. Does not look as bad in here. Coming down the right hand side of the second cooler door and then inside the cooler area. Doesn't look like there's anything really much in here. At all. This is all new. There's no mold in here. And this is all new construction. This was not existence. I will show as much as I can of this room because I do not see any sign of anything growing like mold. And there is a huge difference in between what's in this room and what's in the rest of the house. This is brand new construction with new materials, whereas the rest of the house is 35, 40 years old and has had some of it replaced, but not all of it construction wise. But there's no mold in this area. Okay, outside of the cooler area, there's mold growing right on the wall. And it starts back up top. And then if you go down the wall to the left of one of the outlets, there's mold growing down the wall. So this wall doesn't seem to be hugely impacted. A little bit further to the right, a little bit more mold. And then moving to the right, it starts to see it again, those little spots. And then this is the back door in the workshop area. In the upper corner there is mold and down the wall. Everything that you're seeing as far as little splotchiness, that's mold. Going down the back to where the utility sink would be installed. Then this mud looks okay. Going into this closets in the back of the workshop area, starting on the left, right to the casing, all to the right hand side of the video, you'll see mold. And then up and around, down, up, down, around, down. And that is the downstairs